What it is, squad? How y'all bossing this evening? Happy holidays and all that good stuff. Tis the season to be jolly, and 2024 is on its way. So I hope y'all are preparing to be merry and welcome the joy and blessings that are coming. We are going to claim that and manifest that here in the corner tonight. I'm slowly trucking into getting to the end of season 3 of the Boss Chick Corner. But of course, I couldn't end this season without getting into a little bit of BS. It's one of my favorite segments of BS. So, men, let us in your mind. It's the male perspective part 3. But before we get into that, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let your girl know that you are in the corner with us this evening. It's about to be a good one, so hold tight. Subscribe. All right. Now, but before I get into it, I am going to go ahead and bring in one of my favorite podcasters, our girl, Miss Erica, of the Dope Discussions Live podcast. Hey, girl.
What's up, Kaylee the boss?
Hello. What's new? How's the glamour life?
Girl is good. The little girl is something else.
Oh my goodness. How old is she now?
She'll be 2 next year on Memorial Day. She was born on Memorial Day, so she'll be 2 next Memorial Day.
Dang, time
2
flies.
going on 20.
Exactly. I feel like this new generation is different. They come out like, "What's up?"
Right, they've been here before.
So, what is new with the podcast? What are we going to see next?
Child, we've been taking a break. My work schedule has been real up and down, hectic, and so I just took a break, to really focus on work. And so we'll reconvene next year and see, what our new strategy is going to be. Um, Thinking about mixing it up and doing something a little different. So we're gonna get in the lab and see what we're gonna come up with for next year
Oh,
for 2024.
okay. I know you and Gator gonna cook it up real nice. So I'm
Hmm.
excited.
Yes.
But let the people know where they can find you.
But y'all can find us on YouTube. It's Dope Discussions Live. You just type that in and you'll see that purple lips with the gold headphones. Look for that logo. It's a very unique logo. You can't miss it. There are some other dope discussions out there, but we the
But
one.
indeed, purple lips.
Like
Remember that. Like I'm
like
surprised you
DJ
don't have your
Khaled
purple
said,
lips on
we the
right now.
best. No, I didn't want to bring it out on your show. I just do it specifically on our show. So
It is always welcome, ma'am. It's okay. I love a good matte lip.
thank you, thank you. Well, I'm
No
glad to
problem.
be here and I'm glad to do this show with you. Always, supporting you. Kaylee the boss, she be bossing.
Well, thank you, thank you. Well, we are gonna have some fun tonight. Fun fact though, before we get into it, a year ago, well, 364 days ago, I dropped the male perspective part 2, and it just aligned correctly for me to do it today. I didn't even realize it until my memories
Mhm.
popped up on Facebook. So
Okay.
let's get into it. First up, we have Mr. Chris T coming to the stage.
What
Hello,
it
sir.
what it do? How y'all
Please
doing today?
let the people know who you are, where you
Good,
from,
Chris.
what you do. Let's get it.
Alright, well, Facebook is Chris T Bird, but from the Delta from Mississippi, moved to DeSoto County about 2.5 years ago. I mean, just really just cool motherfucker. I mean, you know,
Love it, love it. So
do a
I
whole
feel
lot of
like we're about to
mechanic
get
work.
some real.
If anybody need more mechanic work, hit your boy up. I'm on go.
uh, this is alignment because I really do. We're gonna talk. All right, next up we have Mr. Var.
How y'all doing this evening?
Hey, hey,
Good
hey.
evening. Good evening.
Let the people know who you are, what you do, Mr. Var.
I'm known Var Mac on Facebook. I really do a lot of promotions and stuff, parties around here in Greenville, in the area, whatever. Kind of a community activist as far as trying to get something going for the kids a lot. I do a lot of sponsorship with that with me and a couple guys and this one particular female or whatever. And we try to get people in the community to donate. So we're gonna be out of our pocket, but we have a little good success sometimes.
Yes, yes. And
Nice.
he's also one of my number one clients. I love him.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, fellas. I do like to do icebreakers just to get everybody loosened up. It's my favorite, one of my favorite parts of the show. So we're gonna do icebreakers. Think like a woman. And it's not what you're thinking. I need two things from you. I'm gonna show a picture. I need you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, first one word that comes to your mind, and then tell me what type of first date you think this person would like to go on. Y'all ready?
It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
All right. And bear with me. I'm over here having technical difficulties. My regular computer is out of commission.
You take your time.
All right. This young lady here.
Chris, you
You
want to
go
go
first,
first?
bro. You got
Okay, I go first. The first, well, it's actually two words. Leo soul. First night, first date night, definitely poetry night.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
It's my turn. My go.
Yo,
yeah.
go.
I really don't like speaking on people, so I really can't think of my first word. But a nice little paint sip.
Okay.
Something just to creative, little creative.
Okay. Okay. Second up, let's see.
Crazy.
Which one of y'all said that?
Chris said,
I thought we was on the same team.
"We are. Wait on my word."
Oh, okay.
Look,
First
no,
date.
of course. Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Uh, I mean, going off this picture, I don't think it's gonna be a first date. I ain't gonna even lie. Not gonna even lie like that.
Okay.
Okay, my first word is everybody's favorite word: toxic.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
his word better.
And first date, probably our police station is they probably end up down there somewhere. That ain't gonna end well right there.
I don't even want to ask what she did, so we just gonna move to the next.
See, she just pushed his button so much he didn't want to hit her, so he just called the police. Then he the type
Okay.
of person he gonna bail her out. Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see. You got it. I went first last time. You got it.
Um, let me see. What's the word I'm looking for? Essential. First date is definitely the opera.
Did I hear you correctly? The opera.
The opera.
Okay.
Hmm. Mm, I ain't gonna say what word I'm looking for. Classy,
Okay.
and I'll probably say a nice little dinner at the upscale restaurant.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Opera dinner. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Did y'all catch that one? Let me do it.
Mhm.
Oh, Jesus. To
G.I.
church.
Jane.
You better not say that. Oh
What
man.
did you say, Chris?
G.I. Jane. It just bobbed the whole situation. It just bobbed the situation. I'm sorry.
Yep. I
I
think
say
you'll be getting a slap after a while.
first date. Mm. A comedy show.
You poking the bear.
I'm sorry.
I gotta go on what I see and what I kind of research. I really don't be on that type of stuff, but definitely entanglement. Definitely entanglement. Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
First date. Uh, she probably like I said entanglement. You know, she probably like she'll like. Well, not in the first date. Nah.
Hold on. I want to know what this one is now.
What I was gonna say, she probably won't go to one of those the swinger clubs. You know
I
what I'm
was
talking
thinking
about?
the same
Yeah,
thing.
I'm telling you. I am thinking
Okay.
like a woman here. Yeah,
Okay.
she curious for real.
Indeed. But is that your first date? I mean, we'll take it.
I mean,
I mean, hey.
you know, nothing is off limits anymore. Nothing.
All right. We're going to get off this man's wife.
Hmm. She funny. She real funny.
Mm,
First date. Man. Nice little, one of the little comedy movie. It's like she
Okay.
like to laugh. So
All right. All right.
it's like I could say I got to say funny too. Yeah, but she like to go to a one of the wine tasting events and just get drunk and laugh all day. Talk about people and everything.
Okay. Okay. I like those. Wine tasting. Funny movie. I like both. Okay. Alrighty. And the last one.
fit in shape. Um, First date, nice little jog through the park. Get something to eat on the side. Think that'd be pretty nice.
First word means strong. Uh, first date, definitely a vegan restaurant with the vegan shakes and the vegan cauliflower chicken wings. Definitely.
Okay.
Cauliflower
Okay.
chicken.
I
She
like
in here.
these. I like these.
She
That was a good mix of interesting, I don't want to say basic, non-basic, but non-basic. So good job, guys. Good job. So this was like a little perception experience value type of exercise. We all warmed up now. We're a little loose. So uh, let's get into it. Gave us an insight into how you all think, but I want to get a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. And you chime in whenever you want to, Erica. You pull in, how you do.
Okay.
But I want to know who you all were when you were in high school. What type of guy were you in high school?
I was really to myself, honestly. Like, I don't know. Real, really the same person I am now, honestly. Just
Okay, were you quiet or you
I
was
was
just I
real
don't want to be
quiet.
bothered?
I was to myself. I was just to my like I had my few friends, but I ain't go out. I wasn't ever in no BS. I was out the way.
Okay, okay. What about you, boy? What about you?
Ooh, high school. I can't remember.
It been that long.
Don't do
Oh no.
that.
Okay. High school. I really was kind of like the same person I am now. I know a lot of people. Actually was throwing parties with my class, the same we do now. After the homecoming. It kind of groomed me. High school kind of groomed me a lot for how I'm living now. Like I said, we threw parties in. I went to college. I threw parties at college. Came home, started throwing parties again. So I was basically the same person. Like I
Okay.
know a lot of people. A lot of people.
Look at him. I always been the life of the party. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. So with the contrast, you guys you don't really see a huge difference, but you do see maturity and growth in between.
Most definitely. Most
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Oh,
Okay. How in tune are you guys with your emotions? Are y'all like those hard people like don't wanna I don't wanna feel.
I mean, I mostly keep them to myself, but I have no problem talking about them. It's just hard putting them in words. That's really the hardest part about it.
Okay, Erica, can you help him out? Is the life coach help him bring them words out?
Girl, my question would be, you know, back in those high school days or when you remember growing up, what was your family dynamic like? Did you see, people in your family, open conversations, communication, or was it more like um my upbringing where children were seen and not heard? You didn't really have much of an opinion. What the grown up said is what goes. And you ain't got no feelings, you ain't got no opinions. I'm taking care of you, so you should be happy with whatever's going on. Did y'all see any kind of open communication, or was it more, like that old school black family upbringing?
Yeah.
I mean, me
my
personally, my mom like it was me and my mom like so she really took care of me, but she cared about what I had. If I had an issue with something, I could just tell her about it. Like
Hmm.
she,
And she was
yeah,
open to listening.
her, my grandma, my granddaddy, really anybody on my mom's side, honestly. Like it wasn't no hard, like whatever we say go type of thing, but I just knew whatever it was they had going on, it was for my best interest. So I knew it was nothing to worry about at the same time.
Hmm.
Okay,
That's
so he's
good.
always been kind of cool and reserved. It's just you going with the flow.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about you, Var?
I used to have a problem with trying to express myself because I'm a man. I think I can handle everything. And it was a thing about my older sister. She told me one time she knew something was bothering me, and I kept telling her like nothing is wrong. And so she was like, "Look, man, let me just put this analogy on you." And I was like, "What's up?" She was like, "Pressure bust pipe." She was like, "You don't need to hold nothing in. You just actually need to talk about things. Some things sometimes, not everything." And so over my adult years, I had learned to express myself in a way. Because if you don't tell the other person or whoever you got something going on with, they'll never know. They'll never know how
Hmm.
you feel.
Okay.
They might think everything is all right, everything's cool. So, but really, you hurting on the inside. Like, hey, man, you know, that ain't right.
Hmm.
You ain't making me feel comfortable. Or so I've learned to actually talk instead of holding it in. And a lot of times, I believe it's because people don't communicate,
Hmm.
and it's not that they don't talk. It's just they're afraid of judgment. how the other person will feel. And I learned that another female I was talking to, she always used to tell me, she said, stop thinking about you. Just put yourself in my shoes and listen. And then you can understand where I'm coming from. And it was vice versa.
Mm, I like that.
Yeah, that's the empathy. That's something people. Some people, I feel like some people are naturally empathetic, and some people have to actually work at it and
Mhm.
learn how to see things from other people's perspective. And that, there doesn't have to be a right or wrong. It's just this is my perspective and that's yours, and there's room for both of them to exist.
I agree. I think I was reading in one of the love languages books, and the guy said he had just started dating a new girl, and he was in that mindset. I'm going to keep everything to myself, and it was to a point where she kept asking, and he wasn't giving it. She was like, "I'm about to bounce." So he was like, "Well, what do I need to do?" So they were like, the counselor told him to take a look at what she needs, supply
Mm.
it, and see how it changes the dynamics of your relationship. And in the end, it became a habit for him, and he began to just start to communicate on his own. He actually liked to talk. So
Hmm.
that was wonderful. So with that, the things that you've learned about communication and overall just life, what is your philosophy on life? Like what are you living in this moment?
As far as communication, one of my main priorities right there. I got to talk. Like, we got to talk. Like, it can be in relationship. It can be a relationship with God, your parents, your friends, your coworkers. You have to communicate. Your kids, your significant other. I don't care who it, coworkers. I don't care who it is. You have to talk. You have to communicate. You have to have that line of communication, because it is nothing else like communication and
Mm,
understanding. This
yes.
me all the way. Like, I'm gonna talk.
I like it. I like it. What about you, Chris?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's just because a lot of the times it be, I guess I be in my own head a lot. And like I said, sometimes it's hard to put it in words. So instead of me, or I'll put it in words and it might come out wrong and it might start a whole situation. So I'm still trying to work on it coming out. But I know at one point in time, like, I just stayed in my, like, I just kept, whatever the issue was, I kept it in. And I know it
Okay.
was, yeah, it was, like he said, pressure busts pipes, and it's true. So I'm
Hmm.
starting to try to, ease it out, just word it go.
Yeah, I
It's
get it. I get it.
it's a process. It's a process.
Indeed. I was always like that too when I was little, like communicating with people, it always scared me. So I would
Hmm.
do like for my mom, like I would write her a note. I'll take my time, write the note, make sure it say whatever I needed to say, then give it to her and run so that she can read it. So
You gonna give it to him and run?
give it to her and run. Like I want you to
What you
read
were
it.
cussing her out or something?
No. No, I look, no, I would not be alive today. But no, that was my coping mechanism to let you read it without me there. Even now, I kind of do that now. I'll take time, send a text, let you understand what I'm saying so that you could process, I can process. Sometimes it's better if I don't because, like you said, the pressure pipe, it comes out wrong when it builds up. So
Yeah.
writing it, I feel better. So I'm working on it too, as far as using my words a little bit more. My philosophy these days, if I don't have the capacity for it, I just don't have the capacity for it. So I'm going to say no. And a lot of people expect me to say yes, 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 yes. So my philosophy is if I ain't got the capacity for it, it's going to be nah.
Yeah, and that's important because you're being a more authentic person. Because if I say yes when I really mean no, that other person is gonna feel that I'm really, my heart's really not in it. I'm just doing it to keep the peace. And a lot of times we think when we do that, we're keeping the peace of the situation, but you're creating war within yourself.
Oh,
And it's going to come out in a different way. You might go along to get along for so long until you end up exploding and blowing up. And then the person is looking at you like, I never knew you felt this way.
right.
So is it fair to them for you to pretend like you want to do something or you're good with a situation when you're really not, and you're holding regret, you're holding um resentment inside
Mhm.
toward them when you could have given them an opportunity to fix what it was from the beginning and move past it.
Agreed. Agreed.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. All right. So I do want to get into. I think last year everybody was popping off with all the red flags. So I want to know some of y'all red flags. Some of y'all, what is toxic? First of all, wait a minute. Let's break it up. You all know you all better than we do. Tell us the toxic traits y'all have, and y'all in general. It doesn't have to be yours, but you know your fellas, you know your bros.
Mm.
I can say I'm not a bossy or controlling person, but I do try to do what makes sense. Like, and I do it. Okay, if I'm with someone and we have a discussion and we have two different views on it, I'm gonna let her plead the case, and I'm gonna plead my case. It's a agree to disagree type situation. That's how I try to look at it. But I'm still leaning more towards my decision. It's got to make sense. Like that just don't make sense. Like it's got to make sense. If it don't
Okay,
make sense, I'm not falling for that. I'm not. The empathy is gone.
empty is gone.
It's
It's
gone. Like, hey, look, bro, this ain't gonna work. Like, nah, they don't work like that.
a
I'm working on being
Okay,
more open to personal decision.
okay. You got something to add to his?
uh, nah, I don't. But I guess just I guess a big one was leaving people in the blind. I say it. That is bad. Just going with the flow type of energy. So
Okay, okay. We gonna circle back around to that one. I give y'all a pass on your bros. All right, so go ahead and tell us the red flags y'all see with us women. That was toxic with us.
um, it's a lot of women that know how to communicate too now.
I agree.
I agree.
I'm just gonna be honest. And I don't know where in the world that, like, what makes them think that I have to pay a bill to date you? I paid perfectly fine before you met me. Like, and you gonna pay? What you mean? What bill I'm gonna pay? Who been paying them? How you been getting paid? You don't work? Like, you gotta work.
man,
I
like
don't
how was you
understand
paying
it.
your
Like,
bills before you met me?
yeah,
What you were doing?
see, that's already. I already like. Nah,
I mean,
like the.
we do see it. Well, I see it a lot. I do. I'm not gonna lie. No cap.
I can't. But it's now. I'm not gonna get it twisted. Now I can't blame some of the females that do it because it's men out there that do that sometimes. You
Yeah.
know, so
Mhm.
if this how y'all, if you it is, you get how you live. You know what I'm saying? You This is what you do. That's what you do. But I ain't falling for this. I ain't doing it.
All
I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
I kind of agree with him on that one. I mean, but like you said, I mean, it's people out there that work for the same people. So if this will work for you and your partner, then that will
Right,
work. I ain't that partner, so don't come at me with
right.
that.
Find your tribe. I get it. I get it.
I don't understand that.
Like you want me to pay my bills, your bills, and our bills? What?
It's
you,
like
you
ours
fat,
and then mine and yours.
so you fat the fraud for another state. Nah, man.
What's good, Q?
What's up, Q? Now, I do agree with what Var said earlier that there's some women out there that don't know how to communicate. You know, society puts this picture out there that women are better communicators and they're better at being in tune with their emotions. That's not necessarily true. Um, I think women just talk more about it, but it doesn't mean that they're better at it. And I've been guilty in the past of being the type of person when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I feel like they should just know what I'm feeling or what I'm needing or what I'm wanting. If you love me, if you know me well enough, you should just know. And it was just my insecurity of not being able to communicate what I needed. And sometimes being afraid of when you communicate what you want and what you need, that person may not, be able to live up to it, or they might not want to do it. And so sometimes we put the onus on our partner to step up and say, you should just know what I need instead of communicating. And I know a lot of women do that. And I know I've been guilty.
I'm guilty too, as far as having the fantasy of this is how it should go. He should know step 1, 2, 3, how to,
Mhm.
make everything okay. So,
Right. If he the one, he got just know.
hmm but we know we grown now. We know it's not true. We
Yeah,
know,
we know that was dumb. We know that was stupid. But there's still people out there right now that operate like
and
that.
they
So
still walking through it.
they
Hmm
have to hear these kind of conversations to understand. You know what? I might be jacked up right now.
It's
Right.
a process. It's a process.
Hmm.
So, ladies, fellas, y'all are the red flag. Y'all are the toxic right now.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't get a chance to do my Halloween horror date stories, but I do want to hear some of y'all worst date stories. If y'all got one of your worst date stories.
Hmm.
I give a highlight of mine. He told me, he said, you can have anything you want. $20. And then he proceeded to, he thought he was gonna get something at the end of the night with his.
Anything you want for $20.
Hmm hmm
Where you
What you
going
mean,
to?
like to eat?
Dollar Tree? Half a dollar?
And that was for both of us.
Whoa.
Oh,
Ain't got no
it's something
tax,
to eat.
nothing.
So $10 a piece.
Man, would have got a 4 for 4 then.
Where y'all was at?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
For bees.
What
You
can you
gotta
get?
get. We
$20
need
just for
to
me. What? Where we going?
That's what he said.
go.
Man, finna go get some snacks, ain't it?
I was saying ice cream date. It was an ice cream date.
Child, I would have threw a
Mm.
whole $20 bill down and say, "Yeah, pay for everybody. I'll just pay for everybody."
And it definitely got worse from there, but I hold off on that one. But Eric, I remember you said it was a guy that took you out to the movies, and he took you to the movies to showcase you to his ex-wife and her husband,
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
flex.
That just a bit coincidence that the ex-wife and her new husband happened to show up at the same movie theater that we was at, and I was like, "You set me up for the okie doke." And these people sitting behind us, I don't know them. They might just want to go upside my head. Like,
I have so many questions.
lose my number, sir. I
Like,
don't play
how
them
did he
type of
know that?
games. Huh?
How did he
How did he
know?
know that they was there?
He, I think he knew they were going to be there. So that's the theater that he picked for us to meet at. And I didn't know they were there at first. His daughter came up to us, and I was like, where
Oh,
your
she
daughter
probably
come from?
Well,
I was like,
One big happy family.
Why's your daughter here? So the daughter was there with her mom and the new husband. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe they go and see a different movie. So they came into the same movie we was in. I was like, oh no, this is I uh-uh.
Okay. We
I'm like,
definitely have to
sir,
go and tell them.
that woman
Yeah.
don't want you no more. She got a new husband, so you can't use me to make her jealous. She don't want you no more. I'm out of here.
So this is what happens on our side. Let us know what happened on y'all. And Chris, if you watch part 2, the male perspective part 2, you saw what happened to Gator and how he got hemmed up. I still want to find that lady and beat her up. Cause why she do Gator like that?
Let's see. I remember about, I say 2012-ish, maybe. I had started dating or whatever. So met this one girl. We were texting and all. We gonna go out to eat. Anyway, it don't matter. So we met at this restaurant, and she brought her friend. And I guess she expected me to pay for it, but yeah, so
Oh,
that
she
was the
wants you to
end
pay
of it.
for her and her friend.
Yeah. I ain't
That's
even get
so
nothing to eat. I ended up just leaving. I was like, nah, nope, not doing it.
that's
Nope,
so whack.
nope,
Mm-mm.
nope, not doing it.
See, I love when I hear stories like that because I feel like if she bring her friend on a date, he should leave with her friend. That'll teach him a lesson.
I mean,
You don't do that no more.
like I don't have a problem paying for yours with your friend too.
I'll pay for
Like
your friend, and then me and her gonna leave together, and I'm gonna leave you sitting there since you want to play
hey, check
games.
please, separate.
Yeah, it's fair on both sides. I don't like people who play games.
Now this game
Yeah.
stuff, y'all.
I had a reconnected with an old friend, and we was deciding we was gonna meet, and she was sending me pictures or whatever. So we met up at the restaurant. I didn't pick up anything, and so I get in the restaurant. I'm like looking for her. I'm like, where she at? But the whole time she was like sitting right there. I had called and everything, and she was like, I was like, what's up with you? She was like, you looking at me, and I'm like, oh my god.
You got
So
catfished.
I already knew her. It was just that bad. Like, oh god. But I kept, of course, I smiled, we laughed, we joked, we talked, but that was it. I couldn't. I was like, nah, bro, I can't do this right here.
She didn't look like herself.
How you
Oh,
catfish somebody you
somebody I
know?
knew, right? I'm like, you must send me some old pictures.
No.
Yeah,
We gotta go
definitely
call
happened.
what's his name, Neve off Catfish. We gotta go call him.
He got
They
to
got
come
them
out
a
on
new
time.
episode.
I was like, man,
Oh, that's my show there.
Man, Lord, I can't believe this. Okay, so
yeah,
you and y'all okay though, somebody trying to make you pay double, and you just met a stranger.
right.
I can't believe it. All right. So since we talking about dating, what is when you getting to know each other questions, we have all the questions. Some may be simple, generic, but what is too much information on a date? What's appropriate? What are appropriate questions on a date or information on a date?
Mm. I would say the basics, like what you're into, what you like doing. Just regular, really, it's just normal conversation. But sometimes people normal conversation spills a little bit too
Right.
much,
Exactly.
and then you get to thinking like, do I still want to be here?
What I signed up for. Like, yeah.
Like, what did I sign up for this? I don't remember signing up for all this.
Right.
So I have a question. How do y'all feel about talking about past relationships or exes on a first date?
Let me get this one. I don't. I think it shouldn't be discussed at all because from a from a woman's side, I think she shouldn't tell her person she's on a date with about what happened because he can use it against her. So all you gotta do is do the exact opposite of what he didn't do. I don't think the past should be discussed at all. I dated somebody that didn't work out. I don't want to know about what he did. I don't. Me personally, I don't ask about the ex. I don't even want to talk about it. It's your ex for a reason. Clearly didn't work out. So that's I don't believe in it. I don't like talking about people ex.
Okay, no
I'm
exes.
with you. I'm with you on that.
You
I
Me
ex
think
for a
personally,
reason.
me
first date should be
personally,
light, light and fun, and not nothing deep and serious.
exactly.
Wait now, if you're a stalker now, something like that, I need to know though. I don't want,
If
I
you
don't want to
show
be
up on
taking
the
you out.
date.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to
Yeah,
be
he
taking you
pulled
out.
up in his Bentley truck and picked me up in his Bentley
Yeah,
truck. What?
yeah. Like I don't. I need to know that now for my
Yeah.
safety.
Life or death.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Anything
The
else is too
relationship.
much.
Yeah, I don't need no idea. I don't care about that.
Um, I mean, I kind of agree with that. Like, it ain't nothing that I would ask about, because I really wouldn't care about it. So, I mean, you could talk about it, but it'll be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So, I'm kind of with him. I kind of really don't want to hear it, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's him. That's him. We ain't talking about him. We ain't talking about
Right.
him. He ain't
'Cause
here right now.
one or two things is going on. Either you're not over that ex if you talking about them that much, or you're gonna make me pay for
Yeah.
what they did.
Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I saw a meme today. It said, "Don't bleed over people who didn't hurt you, who didn't cut you."
It's true. Just because the last person did that don't mean you gotta take it out on the new person. That was one of them. That's a whole other person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that. I learned it a while back. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna get into. I did an episode about soft girl era. I want y'all to define this for me. How do y'all view soft girl era?
um, I guess it's easy to describe hard girl era with the main bruh and we out here on hood folks BS, toting pistols and yeah,
Okay.
the opposite of that.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, because the hard area, they go hard. Like they
Go
ain't
hard.
playing at all. They ain't
They
playing at
go
all.
hard.
Like they ain't sitting at home crying. They outside. Like man, they ain't playing the radio. Like they drinking out the bottle, drink out the straw.
They out
Man,
here like sexy red. Okay.
Oh
yeah,
boy.
they cussing
Girl,
their baby
don't.
daddies out,
And
everything.
Sukiana and all them.
Hey, they ain't
They
playing, man.
outside.
Yeah, they outside
But
for
no.
real.
Now I've gotten mixed views of this, even having conversations with men and women. Hold on, what did Q said? Drinking at the bottle.
Yeah,
Like Shanae, take it to the head.
yeah,
Kid. Kid. You
yeah.
gotta
Right.
take it to the
No, 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 no. So, but yeah, I got mixed reviews talking to my girls, talking to my fellas. Erica, how do you describe soft girl era?
I really don't have a definition for it because on social media, every week there's a new term for something, and I can't keep up with it.
True.
For me, I would feel like if I was to define it for me personally, it would be my era of healing, of focusing on myself, um, of getting in tune with myself and my
Mm-hmm.
inner emotion, my inner peace, finding my inner peace, and not focusing on what's going on outside or around me. That's what I would define as your soft girl era, is getting in tune with yourself.
Exactly. I
Mhm.
see it as self care, being able to, take care of yourself in a softer tone, um, in relationship aspect, being able to take off my leader hat and allow him to do so while I'm over here self caring at the same time. So yeah, and y'all over here talking about these hard girl eras.
It's- what y'all said was the total opposite of that. It's so we was right. We was kind of right. We was kind of on the same page.
See, back
Okay.
in the day, the stuff that they doing now out in public, we was when we went through those little phases of, we hate all men and we outside and we doing this. We had sense enough to do that and not be proud of it. We deep down inside, you knew it wasn't right.
This is not you,
You was
girl.
just
We knew
right.
that.
You was just rebelling against something, but they trying to make it cool, and it ain't cool.
And soccer era, like that is not something new to me. I saw my grandma do this faithfully. I saw my mama do this already. So it wasn't new. They just gave it a new name, a new packaging. That's it.
Man, when you heard about grandma now, like after grandma been dead, you heard about maybe she stepped out on Paw Paw one time. You never knew that growing up because they kept that stuff hidden.
To
Now you gonna
death.
go in the studio and make a record about it.
Nigga. I got my new nigga right here beside me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go somewhere and heal and don't never tell nobody you did that. Don't never tell nobody.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. So for y'all, mm, the alpha male term, and some people kind of have negative connotations behind that. So what's y'all definition of a true alpha male?
um, my definition of alpha is just a man that takes control and raises his household and runs it like a man should run it. Like, look, this is what we doing. We're gonna eat dinner at 7 o'clock at night every night. Everybody need all hands on deck. Ain't no cell phones, none of that. All the bills paid, just alpha male, just running things. Because you have some females that are run over man. Those are not alpha males. They can't take. And it's like happy wife, happy life. No, no. What about you being happy? What about you making sure everything is running right? You know what I'm saying? What about you handling business? And that's in the Bible. The man's supposed to bring home the bacon and run the house, you know. But that's just me, in my opinion, you know, of an
Okay.
alpha male.
Chris, what about you?
Well, my opinion is basically like, to me, a true alpha really knows when to take the back seat. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure stuff get done. I'm gonna pick up the slack. Whatever we short on, I'm gonna make sure it's handled. But me being me, knowing that I like people really think two alphas can't coexist when it's really true because being you're not the best at everything. So you might have a partner like I know I ain't good at talking professionally and business suavely. But I know if I got a partner that know how to do it, I'm gonna let her handle it. But I know it's stuff that I need to handle that she can't handle or that I'm better than handling. So with that being said, it'll be more of just making sure, yeah, the household eating, the household taken care of, the bills getting paid, but at the same time, if I know I got this partner that's better at certain stuff, I'm gonna let her take that lead. I can sit back and get all the other stuff ready while, just take turns.
Okay, okay. I
I
thought
mean, if I'm an alpha, why would I? What's the word? Why would I go do something that I know I'm not really good at when I could just like, can you handle this? Because I know you better at doing it.
okay. That's mature.
Mhm.
That's definitely mature because a lot of people will sit back and be like, "Nah, I got it.
I can do it. I can do. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Mm.
figure it out." Yeah.
I got. I'm a man. I got. I'm a man.
You
I ain't
sound like
finna
you
let
know
no look.
exactly.
I ain't finna
Yeah.
let no woman take my garbage out.
Right, right.
I think we all understand it. Cool, cool. I always like to ask this question also. I've been trying to get a handle of what does healthy dating look like for me, healthy boundaries. What does y'all dating cycle look like? Like from beginning to end. Well, it's beginning till you get into the relationship.
Mm.
Talking phase. Where do we go? Where do we go?
I'm not really understanding that question.
All right, so I explain mine. I feel like, there's a talking stage. And again, communication has to be a part of each step. So we're talking, then we dating, going out on dates. Are we dating exclusively? Are we dating other people? There has to be a conversation so that we know what this second step looks like, what this third step look like. Then we have this conversation. Are we an item? Are we official? Actually together. So when people ask me, are you, with somebody? I can say, yup.
Mhm. I ain't outside no more.
Right.
I mean, me personally, I agree with that. Like, it just each step got a conversation that got to be had to know what's the next step. So I really agree
Yeah.
with that one. I really can't
Okay.
add nothing to that.
But the question is, do we actually do it? Because sometimes, you find
Sometimes
yourself
we
in
don't.
in
Sometimes
situationship
it's just a
entanglement,
go. It's just a go with the flow type of thing, which is good but bad.
and we right back at it. Go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that right there is one of my red flags. When somebody say, let's just go with the flow, I be like, don't nothing go with the flow but dead fish.
Mm, mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We need to know what we doing.
And I know a lot of y'all don't like that question. What are we? Why? Why is that?
I mean, because sometimes you really can't answer that question because if you don't have the conversation, if we haven't had the conversation, then I really don't know either. I mean,
Mm.
Okay.
I'd rather have the conversation and then ask the question. Then we be like, all right, well, we both got the understanding of where we both came from. So now we're trying to find out what are we for real, and then we just go from there.
Okay. You pretty quiet over there, bro. You are quiet over there.
I told them I'm real big on communication. Now I always think before I speak, always. And so
Okay.
I'm just thinking about how I'm trying to get this out where I can understand where I'm coming from. The dating cycle is it's just so many factors that play a part in it. With me, everything I'm really kind of saying with me is where I'm at in my life, is where she's at in her life. It's what she's trying to do. Do you have enough time to do this? Do I have enough time to put all in? It's just it's so many factors that it's going to vary because everybody's different. So it's going to vary the whole. each time. Like you might be feeling this person more than this person, so you might be trying to put a little bit more time in with her, and the other person, not the same time, but the other person you was dealing with, that was going kind of slow, maybe kind of rocky. Maybe she couldn't communicate or something like that, or maybe this girl here could communicate real good. I just think it's just different people, so you really just can't put no time on it.
I've definitely heard that
Not to
one
me.
before. Guy told me, he was like, "Wow, you could actually talk." And I was like, "What do
Right.
you mean?" He was like, yeah, he was like, even in text, he was like, "You actually type in full sentence." He was like, "The last person I touched, she couldn't talk."
Yeah.
Huh?
You're not gonna WYD me to death.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
And now that's a red flag for me. Like, why the one word text, what you
Yeah.
doing, and then once I tell you what I'm doing, oh,
Oh. You can't get them on the phone, have a conversation. It's all through text. Mm-mm.
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna fault it because I don't like talking on the phone. I know, but
See, a lot of conversation getting mixed up through a text.
that's true.
It's
Yeah.
true.
A lot of misunderstanding. And I like what Bar was saying earlier about, establishing what that person is looking for, what you're looking for, how much time do you have set aside in your life to actually date? Because that is one of the questions that, like, one of the initial questions that I ask, when I'm having conversations with a guy, and we're, talking about getting up, meeting together, dating and stuff. I ask, how much time do you have in your lifestyle set aside for dating? Not for me specifically, but for dating in general, because if you're out here dating with a purpose,
Mm-hmm.
you should be purposeful. Like, you should have time for it to get to know a person. But if you're like, you got to get in where you fit in, I'm not interested in that.
Don't fit me.
Don't fit you in. No.
Mm-mm.
You're not even you're not even giving yourself time to know me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have time. You don't have time to know me, especially if you got a job. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, if you dating other people, a whole lot of other people, like what we doing?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I hear somebody who says I'm a real busy person, I don't be having that much free time. Well, what you dating for?
Exactly.
It's true. It's true.
Exactly. All right. So preferences. Everybody got one. We not gonna sugarcoat it. We know everybody has one. What are y'all preferences?
On a female,
Mm-hmm.
gotta have that money. No, I'm just playing.
Sugar mama. Oh, so you want Miss Ernestine? Miss Petite lady.
Yeah, just nah. Like I said, first and foremost, you gotta be able to talk. Like I gotta talk to you. I gotta know how to talk to you. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say I want a supermodel, but I ain't finna be waking up to no mud duck neither now.
What's the
Somebody say I'm mud.
what you said? A mud duck?
I'm not gonna be
I'm gonna
waking
have
up
to
to no
use
mud
that one.
duck.
Let me write that down in my book real quick.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I done seen a lot of fine Instagram model women that don't have no direction in the world. Like they don't have a clue. So
Mhm.
I've been past that fine stage and all that. But you got to have communicate skills. You can't be no mud duck. Really kind of family origin though, because I grew up with my family, and this is what I'm used to. It's okay if you didn't, but it'll be time where I have to mold you to really stand on family values. And a lot of people don't stand on family values because they weren't taught it or they didn't learn it. So they wouldn't know how to receive the love from my family, my side of the family, or from me. So
Mhm.
I look at that too. Uh, you don't have to. Like I said, I had a party and stuff. You don't have to be at every party. You don't have to come to none of them if you don't feel comfortable. But you got to have understanding. Like, yes, it's gonna be females there. Yes, I'm going to talk to them. I'm coming home. Like you gotta have to understand. You got to be, you know, I'm a real factual person. We just gotta speak facts. I don't want to hear about what your sister, baby, dad, and little cousin down the street Pookie said about me. I need facts. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your own. You got to think for yourself. I don't like all that.
Okay, so a secure woman.
Yes, yeah, security. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
security. That'll make you crazy. That's like that woman you showed us with that
that
couple.
is
Yeah,
true. Possibly,
yeah, yeah,
that is true.
yeah. She was crazy about
Who
that. She
you
didn't
with,
play.
Marcus? I know you were with that
Yeah,
girl, Marcus.
yeah. She didn't know that. She didn't know anything. No facts. You gotta go on facts.
True. What about you, Chris?
Um, somebody, if they don't know who they are, they at least learning who they are. Like, you know who you are to the point to know that, all right, this is what I got to do in my life to succeed in life. Somebody is working on themselves. Somebody is, what's the word I'm looking for? Hard working, not just laying around hoping some money fall in their lap. Like, if you know you need this got to be done, I know if I can get up and get out there and get it done, you got the same motivation to do the same thing. Cause for us to be better for each other or together, then both of us got to get to it.
Okay, so
Ain't
that
nothing
means
out here
he got to
cheap.
come look up on the hood with you.
Like, I mean, somebody's funny. Cause I can joke all day. I promise. Make jokes all day. Open minded, not no uptight. Just you ever just run into a person that just uptight for no reason. Like, why you
Look,
so uptight? Like, it's a good environment, good vibe, and here you is uptight, standing there looking crazy.
Pouting.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
pouting.
Chill
Like,
out.
hey, look at all these people enjoying themselves. Now you mad.
Right. What's wrong?
I'm ready
Um,
to go.
man, like what? Um, I mean, I'm not big on clubs, but I my type of hobby. I'm in the cars and stuff, so it'll be like I might say I'm going to the track at 12 and I'll be back at 3, but at the same time, I might not be back till 12. So if you call me and I don't answer, I ain't out doing nothing. I'm out doing hood
right.
people stuff with hood people friends. I thought you were gonna be gone but a couple hours. Here it is, 11:30 p.m. I'm still at the track. My bad, I'll be there. I'll be out. Yeah, it happens. It happens. So don't just jump to conclusions and be like, oh, girl. I know you with that Marcus. No,
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, I'm at the track trying to win some money.
Okay, again, secure woman. Love it, love it.
But just have goals like real goals. Like this, is what I want to do, and this is what I plan to do to get there.
Okay,
Cause if I can help with that goal, I'm gonna push you to get that goal, and vice versa. Like we gotta be able to push each other. So
I like that. I like that. Ambition is definitely at the top of my list as well. What about you, Earl? What's at the top of yours?
Child. At my in my age group, I'm just looking for a man who is comfortable in himself, in his age group, and not trying to be younger than who he is.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
I see him every day.
Yes.
Like
Let
you
them
50. Why
young
you
let,
dressing like you
let,
20? Why you sagging?
let them young men have that. You had your turn. Come on here, Paw Paw, and quit dyeing your hair. Let your hair go gray. I like gray.
And I ain't even mad. I'm ready to go great. I ain't even mad.
I'm trying to rush mine
uh-uh.
right
I like
now.
a little salt and pepper. That's spicy. That's spicy.
Love it. So I think it's all across the board. Secure in yourself. You have to be secure in yourself first before you even get with anybody. For it
Whatever
to be
stage
correct.
of life you in, be
Yep.
secure in it.
I
Facts.
I agree. I agree. Now, for us getting out here dating, I know for me, it be people in the inbox, it be weird. Be people out in public, be weird. Us women, we sometimes fear, if we reject in public, we fear for safety. So, what advice would y'all give on letting them down easier? Like, how do we, deflect from getting hurt or, you know, they start
Cussed out.
talking mess. Yeah, calling us names afterwards.
I mean, I
The
ain't
best
never
thing is just
done
don't
nothing
say
like
nothing.
that.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Don't even start no conversation. They like you can't hear.
I mean,
Or
they gonna do it anyway. These young cats don't care. You can not say nothing, they gonna cuss you out. You can say something, and tell them nah, they still gonna cuss you out.
I like that. I'm just not gonna say anything. I don't see anybody.
Like, oh, I ain't hear nothing. They ain't talking to me.
That's what I do. I don't give nobody no eye contact. I just look down. When I go to the gas station, I'm gonna put my car in the pump and pump my gas. If you tell me to come in, I'm gonna drive off and I'm gonna go to another gas station. I'm not going in there.
I knew
You
we
know
were
what? I'm
friends
good.
for a
I can go to
reason.
one up the street.
I knew we were friends for a reason. I knew
It's probably 2 cents cheaper up the street anyway.
Yep.
that part.
It's the pump say, "See cashier, I wish I would."
Mm-mm.
They can see me pulling off.
Yes. See my license plate.
Indeed, indeed. All right, for y'all, how do y'all feel about women shooting a shot?
Do it.
I love the woman.
What?
I love a confident woman.
Okay.
I
Shot
mean,
it's yeah.
if you want it, how I supposed to know that you want to talk to me
Right.
if you don't tell me? Cause
Okay,
I'm shy. I'm
communication.
not gonna say nothing.
Communication.
I don't want to walk up on you and you cut me out because somebody else cut you out already. Because you told them no. I just
Now
asked
it's
a
a vicious
question. You can tell
cycle.
me no, and I'll be okay. I promise I won't cut you out. No. All right. Have a good day. You good? I'm straight. Go over there,
Look,
shoot your shot. Then all of a sudden, I'm getting cussed out, going back to the car crying like dude for Friday.
You gonna cry in the car.
What his name? Like Red. He gonna cry in the car.
Uh-huh.
mm, mm, mm,
They gonna cuss me out. They told me the worst thing they can say is no. She called me all types of names.
yeah. So I guess we feel it on both sides. Y'all feel getting cussed out by some of the some of the girls, and we feel threatened too. All right. So, do you all have kids?
Got one.
How old?
He'll be 8 Tuesday, and it's 19th.
Okay, he grown,
Okay.
28.
Yeah, he would be 18.
Don't they all?
And where you got kids?
Yeah, I got kids. I actually have a son. He's in there now, playing the game, of course.
Ah, the love of the game.
But it's so crazy because I used to, my child, his mother I used to talk to her back in the day, like, why you won't go outside? Why you won't do this? Why you won't do that? Because I'm an outgoing person. And she was like, I don't know. But as years go by in Greenville, I'm like, I'm glad he didn't go outside. Because
Oh boy, oh boy. It ain't just green with his head. Well, I'm up here by
that's
Memphis.
everywhere. Yeah.
You know how crazy
Yeah,
that
it's
is.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm kind of glad he didn't go outside as much because I don't know what I would have done if something was to happen to him on
Hmm.
account of I don't try to spoil him, but I try to give him all the essentials or whatever. And as long as he was doing good in school, I got him anything he wanted. Once you can
Hmm.
mess up in school, and so he always had him. I always make sure he had a nice car and everything. And he would get with the wrong crowd, man. No telling what would be going on with him right about now. So I'm glad I upgraded the internet so it could be faster for the game and everything. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
like, man, he's a good kid. He's a good kid overall.
And how old is he?
23.
23. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my son do that sometime to me. He was like, "Mama, when we was coming up, you ain't let us go nowhere, do nothing." I said, "You still alive, ain't you?
Right.
You not in jail, is you?
That's
Right.
the biggest plus.
I know what I was doing."
Exactly. And I can fully say I appreciate how my mama raised me. A lot of my family members back then would probably say, oh, she was, too protective, shielded her. No, I'm glad I'm happy with the person I am today because of the way she raised me.
Right.
Hmm.
Indeed, indeed. But I do want to get into a little bit more parenting questions. Do we see double standards with our boys and our girls? Like, I don't know if you have any girls, Var. I don't know. Have you seen
Yeah,
like
I do.
parent dynamics with girls versus boys? Are there double standards when we raising these two?
Uh, I think my parents was double standard with with me and my older sister because I don't know. Like I said, they kind of raised me. I think they did a good job, but yeah, uh, like in high school, like I stayed out long as I wanted to in high school, but I still was respectful. My sister, she didn't stay out the times I stayed out in high school. Like street light, none of that. I didn't have a problem with it. I still came in. It was 10:30 maybe something like that on a school night. Back in the day, that was not happening. You know what I'm saying? So they was I never got in trouble for that. So, but my older sister, she wasn't. They weren't going for that with her. And it's not like she was a bad girl or I was a bad son. It's just I don't know what it was really. I never asked them.
That's a good question. That would be a good question to to think about. I see it a lot. Like, I wouldn't let my child do this, my girl do this, but I'll be happy if my son did this, and they be
Hmm.
okay with it. So I'm intrigued by the thing behind it because they face the same thing going outside.
Yeah.
I did have I had a guest on here, and she was asking, as a single mom raising a boy, what can she do to help him become a good man?
Hmm. Well, as
I
a single
mean,
mother who raised four boys, um, I just modeled what kind of person I wanted them to be. Whether I mean, you can be a model for your child no matter what sex they are. You can instill values in them no matter what sex you are. And I wanted my kids to know that you have to be dedicated and hardworking, to get where you want to go in life. They saw me get up and work every day. Um, but I had a lot of guilt back then as a single mother because I felt like I didn't have the balance that I wanted to be able to spend the time with them or go to work. And a lot of times I sacrificed the time being with them to go work and make the money to take care of us. So I had a lot of guilt and regret about that part of it. But, they saw me get up every day and go to work and take care of them and make sure they were safe and, keeping them out of trouble. And, so basically they grew up to be that same kind of person, and it didn't have to come from a man or a woman. It was the adult that was in the house.
Okay, okay. Anybody want to add to that?
When I was coming up, I promise I got that from my mama. So the whole grinding me, the hustling me, the motivation, all that, I got all that from my mama. Cause that was the person I was looking up to. Like my mom was like my best friend. Like to this day, I'll call my mom for advice. Cause I'm 32. My mom still call check on me. I still see her out here doing. I see everything that she was doing when she was my age. I seen how she living now, and it's like she doing good for herself to be able to get out here and raise a child like me, well, a man like me, because I'm grown now. But
Yeah.
like, I had my granddaddy and uncles and stuff, but throughout my life, it was me and my mama, and everything that I put in and do now, I got from her. That's why if somebody asked me, Chris, you always got a job, or I do mechanic work, I make signs, I wash cars, I go to work, I have 2, 3 jobs, like all that hustle, that came from my mom. I promise.
Love it. Love it. What about you, Var? What advice would you give the young lady?
Um, I really can't say because I never really experienced this situation like that. Um, I'm really baffled right now. Like, I've been thinking. Um, I don't know. You just have to have communication, yeah, and talk to them and let them know what's on your mind and let them know, like, look, this is what you need to do. This is what you got to do. This is what you need to do. Like, do this and do that. Like, you got to be able to talk to them. And don't let them outside because you can't talk to them if he gone.
Mm.
So, because you don't want the streets raising.
Oh, don't. Streets don't love nobody. See it every day.
Right.
Mhm.
You don't want the you don't want the streets raising. Like you said, this day and time, the streets are playing.
It's wild looking at the news.
Man, every day you can't get on Facebook without seeing something.
Right.
Yeah.
Every day.
And see, a trap that a lot of single mothers fall into is that they feel like they have to have a
Mm-hmm.
man in their
My
house.
man.
And so they get connected to any man
Mm-hmm.
to try to show their kids a man and a woman in the household, and it's not the right man.
Mm,
Agreed.
Sometimes you can be single and you can still put positive male role models in your son's life by
mm.
uh, uncles, cousins, brothers. You can find them a mentorship program. You can find positive male role models without bringing a man into the house just to have a man in there.
That's true.
Right. And I know a lot of people who kind of stay in bad relationships because they don't want to start over and in fear of meeting somebody that's not right or being alone and raising the kids alone. But
Mhm.
by keeping that person in the house, you showing the
Mhm.
kids exactly what
What
is
not to do.
normal. Yeah,
Yes.
Right.
normal. So yeah, it gets a little weird. It gets a little sticky.
Yeah.
Like she said, like it don't have to. It's not a sex thing. Just as long as the parent, male or female, just showing like this is this is what I need. This is what it takes. And cause
Mhm.
like
To be
like
a
I
good
said, man, these
person.
streets don't love nobody.
Mm-hmm.
It's kids 13, 14, stealing cars, joyriding cars. Where your
Yeah.
parents at?
Yeah.
Hello.
Why you out in these streets at 2 o'clock in the morning? My mom,
Yeah.
my
You're right.
Look, I wouldn't be on here right now if I ever thought about it at 13.
Oh, at
Yeah.
13? Oh my God,
I
nah.
wouldn't
I
even
had
think
Uh,
about
street lights
driving
then.
at 13.
yeah. Yeah. If you didn't want me to come out there and embarrass you in all front of your friends, you better get in this house.
Man, it's just the generation now. No, it's
It's
I don't
different.
know that the grandmas got young or people just don't care. Or it's just man, it's wild. It's
Yeah,
wild.
it's definitely different.
That's the
And
problem
the
right there.
dynamics of relationships too. So I got one more question regarding it.
Okay.
So okay, you both have children. You of course that lets us know you both had a person in the past. For those, do you believe that people no, do you believe in closing doors before opening new ones? That's the first part of the question.
I do. Not saying that I go by it all the time, but I try to. Like, try to try try.
Yeah.
It's a
You try
process.
to. Okay.
You ain't know me yet, so I'm working on it.
And sometimes it's in that in between you meet somebody. Um I was saying to somebody one day, I saw somebody was still living with their previous person, but they were dating this new person. So
Mm-mm.
do you think that parents can co-parent and cohabitate without
Mm-mm.
being intimate? Is
Mm-mm.
that a problem?
Mm-mm.
Nah, I ain't finna try that one. Nah, we ain't finna do
Mm-mm.
that. I'm not.
You're not gonna
Not over
tell
here, they
Barry
can't.
that. No, no. I'm
I
not.
can
I'm
answer for
open
me.
minded, but I'm not that open minded. No,
Ooh,
no.
No comment.
I knew it. I knew you were about to say that. I was gonna
No
say he looked like he
comment.
about to plead the fifth.
I'm staying out of that one.
That's my
24
little
hours top. 24 hours top if it's an emergency.
okay.
Uh-huh.
She could do what?
24 hours. Stay at my house. 24 hours.
All right, that's a no. That's a no. It's not safe. It's not safe.
No,
Abort,
we're
abort.
not going to do that.
So piggybacking off of that question, Kaylee asked, what's a safe period of time that you feel like if when you meet a woman, how long from her previous relationship do you feel like it's safe for you to date her? Like say she just broke up with old dude last week, last month. What's a good period of time for her to say, I've been out of my last relationship?
I guess they'll vary depending on a lot of different stuff. But me personally, there ain't gonna be no 1 week. Nah, it ain't gonna be no month either. Nah, it got a year at least. At
That's
least.
that's
And I
my
guess it
rule right
depends on
there.
how long the relationship was too. So if
Oh
it was
yeah.
like a
Yep.
short relationship, then yeah. But if it was like some years, then at least a year. Just to see how.
Yep. If you've been single for a year from that person, I'll start paying attention to have you done some healing on yourself,
That
you
shadow
know,
work. Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. But if you say y'all just broke up a couple of months ago, that's still fresh.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all liable to get back together. I'm not finna be up in there.
Agreed.
I'm finna
Agreed.
go on.
All right, y'all. So I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I do want to get into since it is Christmas time. What's the best Christmas gift y'all done ever gave?
Gay?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't even know. Ooh.
And it sounds like you need to evaluate your giving.
I suck at giving gifts though. That's why I already give you the money. Like, look, I don't know what you
Okay.
look. Here you go. Here you go. Have fun.
Okay.
What I kind of picked up over by me paying attention to how my mother used to do us, back in the day, I was the type of guy like I break up with everybody before Christmas.
Thank you for your honesty.
So
Be single from December to March because you don't want to give
to
Valentine's
March,
gifts
I
either.
go back exactly. I was that guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
What
lie.
about birthday though?
But as I can swing the birthday. I can get a cheap cake and be all right with it. Walmart cake. But
Not a
not these
cheesecake.
days,
No.
what I'm saying? Not these days you can't. But a Cash App make it so simple now. But what I picked up on, I try if I'm dating someone, I try to get them at least 3 to 4 small gifts. Because the way my mother used to do us all throughout the year, we'll talk about stuff that we wanted, but we'd have been forgot about it. But she remembered. And I was like, how she knew we wanted it? And she be like, you remember you said this back in July. So so when I'm talking to someone, I kind of pay attention to them like, and women gonna talk, they might see a pair of shades or something they're like, oh, these some nice shades, and it'll register in my head like, okay, nice Christmas gift, and it's more of a thought that counts thing. This is more of a, oh, he's definitely into me, he's paying attention about what I got going on, how I feel, or what I like. So it's really trigger to them. Yeah. It goes a long way.
Okay.
Like, my mother used to do us, so I used to be like, man, my mama shit. Like, she did it. She did it. Like,
I agree.
yeah.
That's me too. I pay attention, so I'm always making notes. You think I'm not listening? Really, I'm listening. I'm making notes. Get it? I
It
get
goes
it.
both ways too. Now I know when you say something on like, nah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Too now.
Work both ways.
Yeah,
All
work
right.
both ways now.
So what are some good gift options for guys in general? What should a woman give their guy?
I hate being the cliche guy to say this because them hard women, they don't want you smelling good around no other woman for no other woman. So, and they know if they like it a lot, that somebody else gonna like it. But cologne is a no-brainer, like no-brainer.
Okay, and what's some of your favorite ones?
Right now I'm on the Million. Those are my favorite. What's the Dior, the Bond on the line. Just to name a few.
Okay. What about you, Chris? What's a good gift for you?
Honestly, something I can use every day. T-shirts, socks, like all the simple stuff. Like, cause it always comes in handy. Like, all right, well, Christmas time rolled around, and then you get thinking like, man, why are my socks been ran out too? It's almost time for it. Then all of a sudden, oh, pack of T-shirts. I need some T-shirts. Oh, a new pack of socks. I needed some socks.
Okay. I thought you were about to say what my daddy say. He
What
always
did?
say some tools, or when I take him out for his birthday, we always end up at AutoZone.
Now, unless you say that, I could use me a new toolbox. So I could use me a new toolbox.
Like,
Right now, I'm trapping out the cooler. So yeah, my little toolbox had fell apart, so I'm trapping out the cooler right now.
okay. Get it done. Cool beans. Well, ladies, there you have it. The men have spoken their mind. I feel like they was being real honest and genuine with us, so I appreciate it. So
Oh
know
yeah.
that y'all are welcome here anytime, whenever y'all want to promote anything that y'all got going on. You're always welcome.
Okay.
More is to come in season 4. So if y'all want to chime in, go ahead and hit me up at the email address that's scrolling at the bottom. That's kaylee.baent@gmail.com. You got a topic you want to talk about, you want to be a guest, got some music you need reviewed, just hit your girl up and we got you. But until next time, keep it bossy, keep it saucy, and don't forget to tell your girl how you bossing.
All right.